I really don't like being called titles, such as king, emperor, leader. I'm none of those things. I'm talking to leaders right now. This is what my job is, or what I feel my job description is, to talk to the leaders and get the people's, give the people a sense of what those who are leading are doing for us right now. That way they can support you, because not everybody's going to get on the phone line and push one so that they can ask a question to you. People are very timid, very shy, scared. Our people are, I mean, if it's not white supremacy, then they don't know how to handle it whatsoever. How do we, as a people, I want to ask you, sister, since I have you on the line, and I can tell you honestly that I don't believe in white supremacy. I just believe there's some leftover stuff of white supremacy that everybody still has. How do we get rid of the white man in our minds? White man, woman, whatever that's stuck in our heads. How do we get rid of that?
Okay. Well, I'll tackle it. This is Shay. I think that the very first premise of having the white man or the white woman in your mind is to realize who they are trying to be. When you find out who you are, when you find out where you're coming from, you'll find out actually that white supremacy was all about keeping you from who you truly are. It's keeping you from finding out really your power. Once you find out that you're being held back from something, it kind of, for me, let me say that, it made it easier for me to absolutely push them out of my mind and to seek out a way that they didn't touch, they couldn't touch, because it's in my DNA to do it the way that I do it. I think that the way we approach each other also is a way of pushing the supremacy out of our mind. I think it kind of goes back to something that you asked much earlier about how can men love women, how can, and Sis said, how can we love you? I think the very first place is to find out how very alike we really, really are. There are some places that men are not allowed to go simply because they have a phallus. Your emotions are not valid in society because you're a male. That is something that has been brought on by supremacy and patriarchal rule. That is something that is way deeper than what you can just obviously see. And when you are seeking out, equality between you and someone that is melanated like yourself, you want to love somebody, you have to find that common ground. When you find that common ground, you find out that white supremacy can't even stand right there. They have no footing. They are not the foundation. They are like, the last 6,000 years, y'all? You know what I'm saying? We talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions and millions.
Too much credit for that.
Well, I mean...
You mean
That's just me giving out a number. I wasn't doing it for debate. I'm sorry. I was just doing it for the sake of how small their number is. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to exactly. When you find out that you created numbers, that alphabets came from your people, the supremacy can't stand. You'll find that it actually kind of fades and fizzles when you go, wait a minute, you did what? You didn't do this. I think the way to push it out of your mind is to educate yourself. As Sis said, stop lying to your children. I have a 20-month-old. From in womb, she was learning things that I was learning. As I continue to learn, she'll continue to learn. She is not going into the system. She is going to be homeschooled. Everything is going to come from me, from those that I know that are akin to what I'm learning or higher. That's how she's going to be raised. I won't bring her around people that think lowly of themselves and of their people. That's how you push that supremacy out of your mind. You get rid of it by overpouring melanation in your mind, by absolutely drowning in who you are. That's how you get rid of it. Because if you're full to the top and to the brim of, the white man did this and the white man did that, then you have no room to find out how awesome you truly are and what you come from. You make room, and you continue to pour in. I guess you could say, looking at it like, if you were full of water and you want to be full of black oil, so to speak, just for the sake of visualization, you can't just put a little oil in that cup. You have to overflow it. You got to push all the water out of it. I think it's a continual putting in of the knowledge of self and of where you come from that makes white supremacy start to dim. so that you don't focus nearly on that nearly as much as you look at yourself and where you come from. At least that's how I see it.
Anyone else want to chime in on that one real quick?
Yeah, I was going to say, KJ, you want to say something? Because I got something after you're done.
I'll say that with the whole teaching us how, especially when the whole relationship dynamics come, with us loving one another, you have to, and I'm going to just add this in there because I don't think we really touched anything on this so far in the conversation. You have to learn how to love yourself. And sis always talk about the, spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself. A lot of us don't get in touch with ourselves enough to know us. And I don't think that you can truly and fully and truly love another person if you don't love you. Regardless of what everybody else does. A lot of times we take our past, hurt and pain and define that that defines us throughout our life. We need to start letting it go. And a lot of people can't let it go.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah. Harboring.
Let me
go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, no, I want to answer it too. And just kind of piggyback off what my sisters just said, but I'm going to bring it like this and say that really, and I hope y'all hear my heart, this is Empress T talking, so y'all can blame me for what I'm about to say. But really, if you really, 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 really think about it, okay, they call me, she said, I'm too analytical. I think too damn deep. But let me tell you this. Really, if you think about it, white supremacy is not our problem. White supremacy only holds water because we continue to let it hold water. Our problem is not white supremacy. Our problem is each other's supremacy. White supremacy can only do what we allow it to do. So do I feel inferior to the pink people? Hell no. When I go to the grocery store or anywhere, when I see them, I'm looking at them like, I know y'all know who I am. I know. I actually feel sorry for them when I see them in the grocery stores and every place else, because if I was them, I would want to be us. I would want to be part of the melanin clan, the part of the original people on this earth. I would want to be a part of that. So I actually feel sorry for them that they didn't get that lucky to come in here like us. But as long as they, white supremacy is what? The belief of the I don't even call them white, but the belief of pink people being a superior or stands or at a higher level than everybody else, or especially us. That's what white supremacy is. But that is a mindset. If they think that they're high like that, so be it. But the problem is we think that they're high like that. That's the point I'm trying to make. We think that they are there. When we run across these people in the street or anywhere, we literally become humble to them. There's something on the inside of us that tells us, they're right. Be humble. Don't let them see you this way. Don't be, you got to be kind of scared. People actually teach their boys. I saw a documentary like this. Teach their boys that when you walk down the street, don't look them in their eye. Look straight down, or look around, or don't look them in their eye. When you're on the elevator with them, do not look at them or do not look up, and keep your hands out of your pocket. Keep them down to your side so they don't think that you're stealing or trying to pickpocket them. Get the hell out of here.